if you want to do a long road trip on your Sportster. Yeah, excellent, that's what I want to hear. So, following video is my tried and tested method of doing a 1,000-mile road trip over a long weekend. I wouldn't advise doing it all in one go, especially on an older Sportster, because the fuckers vibrate like fuck. And you'll end up with no knuckles, broken arms, and legs falling off, and cramps in the back, and you name it, everything. So I'll take you through everything that I've done to the bike and what gear I'm carrying. Cheers. So let's check out the devastation. Your bike is not going to come back clean, so don't expect it to. I've pretty much hit everything that walks, crawls or fly this weekend. Tyres are still in good nick. Crap all over mudguard. At some point it backfired and shot a load of oil out all onto the exhaust. Tried filling it up, threw petrol all over the bike. As you can see, stained my bag. So I'll make sure I clean that up. All mud down here. Crap off the road. So yeah, you're gonna get covered in the crap. Okay. First things first, a sissy bar. Now, whatever you think about sissy bars, well, it's pretty irrelevant because these things come in handy. I've only got a little one, look. And as you can see, bought a bit of netting. Probably £3, that's about it. My backpack, all my stuff in it. Obviously I'm not camping. I chose to stop in a B&B because it's so much more comfortable, especially after driving that for 250 miles a day. So yeah, keep that there. I then bought a waterproof bag to put waterproofs in. Obviously just a waterproof suit, so not trousers, and I bought the whole suit. Also in there I keep my sunglasses and neck scarf or whatever else you want, maybe a change of gloves if you want to go with that route. So during the day, obviously this will be in the hotel room, I then just take the netting with me and put around the bag, and obviously just take your waterproofs with you daily. Also you want a couple of spare bungees just in case. So I've actually got 2 bungees. Next setup is the left hand side single saddlebag. You don't need 2, you only need 1. And obviously 750ml bottle, bit of water. Always got to keep hydrated, so plenty of stops, plenty of drinking, plenty of fluid. On the front I put a tool bag that literally does have tools in it. It's not for show or anything else like that. That is carrying tools. Inside there, obviously inside there is a waterproof roll up which has all the tools that I need for certain things, like taking the wheels off and all the Allen keys, which I'll show you through in a bit what I took. Another piece of kit, the fly screen. Literally flies. The reason I put that on wasn't to stop the flies, so I'm not really bothered because obviously I wear my leathers, but it was to deflect some of the wind. Obviously travelling at 60-70 miles an hour constantly for 250 miles a day, it's going to have a bit of an effect on your chest and just your fatigue levels. So that little screen was £80 in UK money. Takes the pressure off your chest. Obviously it doesn't protect your head, it doesn't protect your arms, but it does it does relieve some of the pressure off your chest. Okay, bike setup. Obviously make sure it's roadworthy. Check your brakes, check your oils, check your air pressure and your tyres. Now, before I left, I stuck some of these bad boys on. Some lowering shocks. They're 11.5 inch from eye to eye. My advice, get some cheap 13.5 shocks, which did come as standard on a lot of the old Harleys. Stick them on for long distance. Get your bum up in the air. Because driving on your arse for 1,000 miles over a weekend is pretty tough going. So I wish, to be fair, I'd put them back on, which is only a 20 minute job anyway. So if you can, get yourself some of them second hand, stick them on, raise the back end, and you'll enjoy it a lot more. Quick look inside my man bag. Okay, I have in here two pairs of glasses. These ones, because I like to drive sometimes, I like to ride sometimes with my visor up. I put them on. I got these from, in the UK, some place called Screwfix, for about £2, and they're wraparound. They're pretty good on a open face helmet as well. They're just clear, so you can wear them at night. You can wear them, you know, when it's not bright. Then my sunglasses. Oh yeah, wraparounds again. Also in there is obviously my neck scarf, or whatever you want to call it. And just in case it gets cold, just a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt just to put underneath your t-shirt, underneath your leathers or whatever, just in case it drops cold while you're riding. And the rest, that then is my waterproof suit. This little contraption is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. It made the weekend. Well, it didn't, but it bloody helped. Couple of quid off eBay. That's all it was. Nothing expensive. Bit of a clamp. Slide in and out. Little hook on the back. Tie that to your wing mirror in case it falls off. And then you want some sort of padding in there to bring your phone, which you use as sat nav, to the glass. Well, the plastic. Tip where it connects. Slides in, it'll fall straight out when you start riding these things because they vibrate. Glue it, not with some cheap glue, glue it with some proper good stuff. That has held for 1,000 miles. Just a little tip. As you can see my sissy bar, it's only little. Don't put anything crushable, pair of specs or whatever else you're wearing, in the front of your backpack. Put it at the top. Put something nice and squishy in the front there, like something hard, well, something firm but squishy, like a pair of trainers or your jeans or something like that. So when you're getting up to 65, 70, whatever mile per hour, and you want to lean back just to relieve the pressure off your back, you can sit and lean onto that. If you can't get your backpack close enough to your back, put something in the back there, pack something else in there. Or pack it to the front, because remember you're going to put the netting around it to keep it all secure. That way you've got a big backrest. What's in the bag? Hey! Map book. This. Everybody needs this. Voila. Cloth of some sort. Visor spray. I have my all-weather gloves. I carry 2 pairs of gloves at all time. The all-weather gloves, which are gauntlets, as you can see. And then I carry some summer gloves, which I call shredding gloves. For long distance, you're doing 250 miles a day, and you're messing with that, your hand is going to kill. Especially if you're wearing a gauntlet. So sometimes it's good just to carry some light gloves so that you can, with your hand, magic fingers. The rest that's in there, that, a litre of fuel. You need that if you're driving around on a Sportster, especially if you've got a little tank. If you're driving the 1200s with a big tank, probably okay because you've got decent range. If you're driving like a small Sportster with a peanut tank, you're going to be screwed. That tank, I probably get 80-mile range. 80 to 70-mile range, because I've lifted the tank by 2 inch. So unfortunately, lifting the tank, you don't get as much fuel usage out of it. So if you do have a tank lift, it might be worth dropping it if you're going for a long distance, unless you want to carry some fuel. Keep it in the bag. Plastic gloves, just in case you have to handle the fuel. A cloth, you never know when you're going to need it. Plus you might need to wipe down fuel if you spill it all over your tank. And then this, my box.
What's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
A protective case. That's what that is. Nice and firm. What I keep in here is, obviously because I try and vlog, I keep my GoPro stuff in. So obviously all my GoPro, spare batteries. But what I will say, if you are going out and about, you might stop at some pubs. It might be worth, especially if you're going to use your sat nav, your phone as a sat nav, taking your charger for your phone and your charger for your sat nav leads in there as well. That way when you get to a pub, you might get cheeky and say, "Oi, can I charge my phone?" Because I've had to, 250 miles with Google Maps going, I've had to take 2 phones. Last but not least, get a proper seat. Yes, that's a sundown seat. You can get them in, obviously, one or two, but I've done mine in 2, so I could get my bloody bag and everything on. Plus, I like to take kids out on the back. That is comfy. The tool bag. Selection of Allen keys. This is my roll up. Let's have a look. Couple of screwdrivers. Yep. Wrench. Couple of sockets. Some Loctite, Dad. Just in case anything comes loose while you're riding, you can take it apart, chuck a bit of that on it, sorted. Some insulation tape, a waterproof bag just in case you need it for anything, and a pen knife. A bloody torch. Super glue. I use Gorilla Glue. And the final bit, a spark plug, because you just don't know, after 1,000 miles, one of them might go boom. So also make sure you've got a socket that fits. I think I've covered everything. It's all on there. I hope that guide helps. It's a bit rough, but it's what you're going to get. What I will say is, though, when you've got your map book and you're going through Google Maps or whatever you want to use, Apple Maps or some other maps, whatever it is, go by 50 to 60 mile range each time and select a home base. So you know you want to be right. You know we want to do 200 miles today. Right, do it in 4 bits. Because one, you're gonna need to fill up quite regular. If you get lost, you don't want to be going to 70 miles and then you get lost, because you'll be using that litre of fuel and it might not get you to the next petrol station. Just depends on where you're going, if you're going off roads and all that sort of thing. Plus, after about 50 minutes of driving this thing, your bum's going to get sore, your bones are going to ache. So yeah, you want to be pushing for 50-mile tops each time you move on to the next destination.
Yeah.